There are two discs in Minecraft that never felt like music. They felt wrong, and if you heard them as a kid, you probably didn't finish listening. Disc 11 is exactly 1 minute and 11 seconds long. It doesn't fade out, it doesn't resolve, it doesn't even feel like a finished track. It simply stops. And that detail matters more than anything else about it, because Disc 11 does not behave like music, it behaves like a recording, and recordings usually only end that abruptly when something interrupts them. When Disc 13 was added in Beta 1.3 in 2010, it didn't immediately stand out as something sinister. It felt atmospheric, cave reverb, low wind, subtle metallic resonance, distant rumbling. It wasn't melodic like Sweden or emotional like the overworld themes. It sounded environmental, like someone walking through an underground space, alone. It felt like descent. Then Disc 11 appeared later in the Beta 1.9 pre-release, and the difference was immediate. Disc 11 isn't ambiance, it is fragmented. You hear breathing, uneven human breathing, footsteps scraping against stone, pages turning slowly, repeatedly, as if someone is trying to read something in low light. There's a metallic sound that doesn't clearly match any familiar mob, a click that resembles flint and steel, and then the pacing changes. The breathing becomes heavier, the footsteps faster. There's a sudden shift from caution to urgency, and then it cuts. No scream, no impact, no confirmation of what happened, just interruption. The event doesn't conclude, the recording concludes. Most players assume there must be something hidden inside it, a creature, a coded message, a secret. And for years the community tried to prove that. Disc 11 was analyzed through spectrogram software, and strange visual artifacts appeared within the audio frequencies. Some claimed to see a face in the noise, others pointed out numbers embedded in the waveform, the most circulated one being 12,418, but spectrograms often generate patterns from compressed noise. There was never official confirmation of a hidden image, no canon explanation, nothing concrete. And that absence is important. C418 never described Disc 11 as a lore reveal. In fact, he has repeatedly emphasized the abstract and atmospheric nature of Minecraft's music. Disc 11 was not a corrupted file. It was deliberately composed to feel broken. That means the fragmentation is intentional. The abrupt cut is intentional. The missing resolution is intentional. Disc 11 is not incomplete because something went wrong in development. It is incomplete by design. Minecraft itself is structured around cycles, day to night, mining to crafting, death to respawn. Even the end poem, abstract and philosophical as it is, provides closure. Disc 11 refuses that pattern. It sets up a linear progression and then denies completion, and psychologically, that matters. There is a phenomenon called the Zygarnik effect. Unfinished events occupy more mental space than finished ones. When something is left unresolved, your brain keeps trying to complete it. Disc 11 exploits that perfectly. It gives you just enough context to form a narrative. Someone is in a cave, someone is examining something, something changes, movement accelerates, then silence. Your mind fills in what isn't there, and because nothing is shown explicitly, your imagination constructs something worse than anything the game could have rendered. Disc 13 and Disc 11 together feel like fragments of the same descent. Disc 13 establishes space, Disc 11 captures escalation, but neither confirms threat. That is what keeps the mystery alive. If there had been a clear monster sound, a recognizable mob, a scream, the mystery would have ended years ago. Instead, the ambiguity scales with imagination. And maybe that's the real design choice. Disc 11 doesn't prove a creature exists in the cave, it proves a person did. There is a human presence in that audio, breathing, reading, moving, reacting. Minecraft is usually empty, vast, quiet. Disc 11 briefly disrupts that emptiness by implying someone else was there before you. But it never tells you what happened to them. Every time you place Disc 11 into a jukebox, you aren't unlocking a secret. You are replaying a moment that was cut short, not concluded, interrupted. And interruption is more unsettling than horror. because horror ends when you see it. Interruption doesn't. It just stops and leaves you in the silence that follows, waiting for the part that never comes.